Hello folks, and welcome back to another review and thoughts on, yeah, this one was a doozy to get through, cause it was a boring movie overall. It's a Shudder original flick. I guess if you like, movies like The Witch, or The Vitch, whatever it's called, which I did a review on that, I didn't care for that one. This one is just almost like that, where it's a period piece, and is very boring with boring characters. Although at least here, the two actors or actresses, like the two characters, Isabel Furman's character and Stephanie Scott. They're two characters. They're both lesbians. Family don't like that, and they try to punish them throughout the movie and preach to them pretty much. And yeah, and pretty much I don't know how to say this director's name or writer, but he did both things. Also, Rory Culkin is in this, where he plays a random character who's like I don't know what he's supposed to be, like not a mercenary, but like a drifter, I guess. Because he comes in and half of his face is kind of burnt, so he looks like Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender. Literally, that's what his character looks like. Because all he has is just a burnt half face, but it's not even cool prosthetics or anything like that. To me, you should have just called him Zuko or something, you know, or Blazer. But yeah, this movie, it does because what it does, it tries to do this cut back to flashbacks, because pretty much the character of Mary, she gets um the movie starts out with her being at like a trial. She has to like say a few prayers or something, and then tell her side of the story. And then if these guys believe her, which spoilers to this, they don't, apparently, and then they decide to just hang her at the end. But then it's weird because is she gonna be alive and then kill everybody? Because like there's like this book where it tries to do like an Evil Dead, where the book brings evil or whatever. But then it's weird how this book is brought into the movie, because they don't really explain much of it except, oh, when so and so's father brought this book into this house, it corrupted our daughter to be a lesbian. I mean, because then it does it kind of tells like their story of her and uh, Isabel's character. I can get her name, Ele- Ele- E. Leonor. Like pretty much Mary and Elel. I'm gonna just say Isabel because that's her real name. So Stephanie Scott's character Mary and Isabel, they both die pretty much, gunshot to the head and then hung. But then by the end, the movie, and it tries to do like this slow burn. I would have rather it just been, you know, a period piece where it's dealing with like real issues of the back then, where religious folks got so high and mighty with their religious bullcrap. Oh, we don't like your lifestyle, or that's a sin. I like today still people act like that. But, you know, I don't see. But then, like, the way they act towards, like, they're not really doing but so much to them. Like, all they do really is just for punishment or whatever. They make them, they put their knees on, like, rice for, like, a couple minutes or whatever, and then, alright, you're done for the night or day or whatever. Like, there's really no. I mean, there's maybe, like, one scene where or not Macaulay, Rory McCulkin's character comes on to Isabel's character, and she doesn't like that. And then I thought she was gonna kill him, but then she never does. Cause like she looks like she's about to, but then she just chops his finger off, and then he grabs bread and runs out. Which I don't know I don't know what type of bakery this family goes to, or whoever makes the bread, which I believe Mary's character helps does does. But like the bread, these people go crazy for bread. Like this guard guy who got his knee, uh, you know, messed up by I think Mary's father, because he wanted to run off away from them, and the dad didn't like that, so he broke his kneecap in or whatever, busted his kneecap in, I guess. So now he's forced somehow to just stand guard every night. Which I'm like, you have a gun. Why don't you just whatever? But then I don't know what happens to him. I don't know if he dies or because like there's a scene where they cut back to him and Rory Culkin's character called the Intruder. So he doesn't even have an actual name. Um, so I guess he gave him bread for his gun, in which explains why he has a gun at the end and then shoots Isabel's character point blank in the head. And then Mary, there's an old lady like I guess I don't know, she's a grandma. I assume she is, but she's actually the actress that played um Mary Shaw in Dead Silence. I was like, whoa, she's still alive? Wasn't that like in 2007 or 6? Wow, she's still alive. I mean, alright for her, but like, dang. And even her character kind of acts like her a bit, because she has somebody levitating and stuff. So I'm like, that's just Mary Shaw. She's playing Mary Shaw, pretty much. Just a bit different, but still her. Yeah, she was fine here. Like, her acting was alright. Stephanie Scott was alright for what she had to play as. I didn't understand her character at the why she would let the old lady just straight up poke her eyes out and make her blind. I didn't understand that just because she read the book where it says stuff like that's what happens, and then she just lets her do it. I'm like, she's an old lady. Granted, she has powers, but I think you can deal with her. But then, then the movie does like this weird thing where it has like this black uh, stuff on people's fingers. It seems like whenever you either kill somebody or something, then their finger goes black or something, which is weird because that's what happens to Mary's character when she dies at the end. Camera pans down behind her and it shows her hands like black stuff is like covering her finger. I'm like, what? And then she twitches as well. So I guess she's still alive or about to be or something. This movie doesn't really do a lot of good explaining, and even when it does, it's still what? So, um, I gotta say I wasn't impressed with this. I get it tries to be. I'll say parts of the movie The Witch was a bit better, somewhat, but not by much. Um, everything else was just I mean, even the cinematography is fine, the shot fine, not anything amazing. There's like no crazy camera tricks or angles or anything like that, which I think this film needed because it's so like a slog to sit through. All people do is either pray or whispering, whisper talking, or there's like no emotion to these people really. Like they're not really outraged. Like they are, but they're very monotone about it. Like we can't have our daughter be this way. we need to remove Isabel's character. Eleanor, whatever her name is. But then it's weird because then they don't do that. But then and then the dad, he like changes his tune halfway in like one scene where he's like, but she read off the verses correctly. I don't think there's anything wrong with her. I think we should just hold off for a while. But then and then he just uh changes back to, you know, I don't like what she's doing. So yeah, it's, if people like it, that's fine. I mean, it gets a 6 something on IMDb, which I don't understand. You know, oh no, it gets a 5.8 on IMDb. But okay, that's weird. Now it says it's 6 out of whatever. Rotten Tomatoes, it gets 71. So I would pass on this. This isn't, again. Go watch The Witch if you want to see a period piece that deals with like some supernatural stuff. Um, Granted, again, I don't like that movie, but at least that movie had um, some, I don't know. I don't know if maybe because I shouldn't say I like the characters more in that. At least like maybe the dad character and the daughter character, but then by that movie's logic, oh, you can't like her no more by the end. So yeah, I couldn't get into this movie at all. It's just boring, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give it a like, share, comment if you saw this. What are your thoughts on it?